Here we are. Hello. Like at the Hotel Krot. Really cool looking place. Now, let's use... I mean, since we are committing, let's use one small ergo. And buff my new weapon. Yeah? Sounds good. There you go. Alright. Off that, we can just hop onto the Stargazer and teleport to where we were before, which is the House of Elysian Boulevard. We're looking for Geppetto. Let me know if the volume is okay, by the way. I did move a few things around, so just let me know if it's too quiet, too loud, or like, I don't know, like the voices are too quiet or stuff like that. Right. That seems electrified. Ow. Can I? No. Okay. We're gonna fix that. Okay then. Still going through the rooftops. I am still somehow trying to sneak around Elden Ring style, but I realize I literally cannot do that. These guys must think I'm some sort of fool. Ow. Okay, this does a pretty decent amount of damage. Oh God, I hate these guys. The grabby hand, though, it's very good. Very, very good. Is this something that I can... I jump down? What the flippin' flip? There, I saw you were trying to do it. What the? Oh, bye. Beningi's Krot Landmark Guide 2. This one attraction is the Alchemist Bridge. The Alchemist Bridge is the bridge on Elysian Boulevard and the main way to Krat City Hall. The Holy Ouroboros, the mark of the alchemists, is fittingly engraved into the bridge. This shows that the alchemists are not just powerful, privileged class, but have also donated tremendous amount of money across the city. Thanks to the thriving culture of philanthropy in Krat, you can find areas with names of prominent figures. It's like the city motto: the citizens are the owners of the city. Most widely known attraction is Rosa Isabel Street. It's named after the cultural sponsor Lady Isabel Monad. But if you think about how the lady's married to the leader of the alchemists, Valentius, you'll think twice about who really is in control of Krat. The union of Krat's old families and the organization of alchemists is shown in symbolic form. Given that sacred Ouroboros mark is engraved on City Hall as well, it's obvious who owns the city of Krat. Rating 3 out of 5. A good place to learn about Krat's beginning, end, and its essence. Okay. I like that we have this sort of, you know, tourist guide.
Wait, I can sense something strange. Jeepers! Is that a butterfly? Why is the ergo reacting like that? If you want to check it out, I can take point.
That looks a place where I actually fight. Hang on a second. Audio. Voices. Higher. Jiminy Cricket is not very loud. Or Gemini. Or Gemini. Dimensional butterfly. Occasionally, a dimensional butterfly will appear. Only the lamp can detect the butterfly, lighting up red to point out its location. If the character is near the hiding butterfly, it will appear. After a certain amount of time, the butterfly will disappear into another dimension. Kill it to get materials. Oh, I should have... Oh. I feel like they should have given me the tutorial as soon as I saw the butterfly and not once it was completely gone. You know what I'm saying? Attention. Petrification disease, quarantine zone, no trespasser, everyone is a patient or a lunatic, do not speak to them. What do you mean?
My poor baby.
I'm a bit worried, hang on a second. Let's go down the streets, I see loot, so... And I see 2 dogs. Oh, cool animation. Oh boy, there's a big one. Hello. Jesus. Hi. Oh, come on, I was... Well, there you go. Attribute Purification Ampule and a star fragment. This is, says it's an enemy. Oh, for goodness sake, it's a trap. Right. Hello? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, okay.
I wish we could play together. Like we used to.
Who? Hello? Who's saying that? Oh, crap. Is that gonna go away? There's a chest out there. Okay, yeah. Da 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 da. It's a Workshop Union Standard Insulation Converter. What the hell? Okay. It is much heavier. But I can equip it. As the weight of your equipment increases, your movement speed and stamina recovery speed slows down. If you reach the weight limit, it greatly slows down your speed. Upgrade your capacity to increase the weight limit. Okay, yeah. Let me see what's increasing though. Oh, this is like major defensive stuff. Okay. So, who was talking?
I miss you, Murphy.
Oh my god, it's this tiny window.
Who is it? Is that you, Murphy? Oh, I guess not.
Very Bloodborne.
Sorry, I thought you were my friend, Murphy. Murphy is a super cool police officer. As a puppet, even the petrification disease can't get him. I wish I was like him. You should leave so you don't catch the disease from me. If only we could play together like we used to. Murphy, I miss you. If only we could... Murphy.
Okay. Now I feel compelled to check every window that has a light on it. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm out of juice. Hang on. How do you juice up? This one? And look at that, they just dropped another one. Gemini's emergency protection. What was that? Temporarily protects Death Ergo when hit. Death Ergo. Ah. I have a bad feeling I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna switch to my normal weapon for a little while. I'm keeping the strong one for tougher enemies. Oh my god, more moonstones. I think I can upgrade my weapon again. Oh shit. Oh, come on, dude. Enemies feel stronger now. It took 4 hits to kill that guy. I think they are evolving basic enemies and giving them more HP as we move to, you know, newer areas. Alright, let's take a look at this. I don't think I can get in. Okay, well, we go back up. I think we've done everything down here. I should use my special attack more often, maybe.
I can't see a thing.
Oh, I see her. This looks like a freaking boss arena. Hello.
This must be your first time in the petrification disease quarantine zone. For most people, this is their last stop. You are a good Samaritan for coming all the way here. I'm one. May I ask you a favor?
Sure.
My family took my baby from me and sent me here. They said it was for my own good, but it was heartless just the same.
Yikes.
A baby must be with its mother. Please go to Krat City Hall and bring me my baby.
Oh wait, if the baby's safe and you are actually dying, isn't that bad. I'll find your baby, I suppose.
Thank you so much, kind one. I can finally see my sweet Elena's face again. Please hurry. Hard scales spreading across my eyes. Before I lose my sight. Please.
She said the baby was at City Hall. Should we check it out? I
mean,
hope everybody's safe.
if I find the baby and it's like, I don't know, a statue already, maybe we'll bring it to her. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Oh, hello. Alright. What the hell? Oh, he went for a triple attack. Fuck's sake. Shit, I'm dying. I don't have any more flasks. I'm dead. I am so dead. Yeah. Lie or die. No, I die. I die. Alright, let's see. Is there an easy way back? Oh, come on, dude. Fuck's sake. Look how much I got punished just because my blade bumped into the wall. Oh, but hey, hang on a second. We can, we can get the butterfly. Oh, we got a moonstone. Okay. Very cool. However, can I jump? How much damage am I gonna take here? Nothing. Okay, cool. However, we do have a problem here. That did nothing. Jesus. Oh my god. Why is this guy so strong? I don't know how to fight in this game. I mean, it seems like the only way is to try to parry, but it's not really working for me. Definitely have to go for the stun and the stance break, because that's the one that does the most damage. Yo, we got a police baton. Born Doodle. It itches. Peel the skin and there's blue blood. Blood, blood. The blood, the blood, the blood, the blood. Pretty cocoon, blue angel. Joyful appetite, blue death. What a feast. Death, death, and death. I'm alive. It itches. World. Okay, so that's the shortcut. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Oh no. Okay. Oh, he blocked my attack. Thinky. Wow. Oh, they're not too strong. There you go. Perini urgent repair tool. Oh yeah, that's for my weapons. Is it? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. It seems like a good idea to use those things. Because weapon durability is a real issue in this game. I don't know why they made it like that. I mean, it's honestly one of the worst mechanics I can think of in a Souls-like, but what's going on? Oh, that was a massive shortcut. Okay.
For your information, I didn't.
Right. Alright, let's go back real quick. Gonna have to kill those things again, but that should be fine. In Xbox prompt. So, let's take a look at a couple of things. First of all, we got a police baton. That is motivity and technique scaling, mostly motivity, so it's a strength weapon. I mean, I don't think it's useful. So instead, I'm gonna go down here.
I know my way around.
I'm gonna buff my baton again because we can. Go, +2. And I'm gonna spend the rest in levels.
I'll use my power.
They're probably getting expensive by now. Look at a little bit of motivity damage with that. Hang on a second, guys. I need like a couple of minutes. Whoa, what the hell? Like a few minutes. Alright. Sorry about that. I am back. Doke. So, how much do we get if we buff capacity? You actually get a significant amount. I don't know percentage-wise how much that is, but if we keep upgrading our defenses, it might be worth investing a point here and there. When 1, 2 and 2. Let's do this. I think my damage is fine. There you go. Vitality to 15 and a little bit of extra capacity. Talk about Ergo.
Ergo is the miracle that made Krat prosper. Without Ergo, there would be no automated puppets to make Krat wealthy. When you move, you tap into the power of Ergo within you. Gather more Ergo. It will make you stronger.
A monad's lamp.
In the folklore of Krat, a cricket often acts as a guide. That is why these automated models became popular. But Gemini is unique. He's more than just a guide.
Of course he is.
As you get more familiar with Gemini, you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
I know my way around a weapon. A stargazer is a survival device used by the Stalkers. It powers itself by accumulating and absorbing ergo spores in the air. The Stalkers installed stargazers all across the city. Once they're recovered, we can put them to use. If you want to test your skills or try new techniques, head for the garden. The Stalkers captured a puppet to use for training.
Right.
Don't look at me like that. Everyone hates puppets. I know whose side you're on.
Yeah, but if you say it like that and I'm a puppet, it does sound pretty bad, you know? Let's talk to the old lady, see if she has to say anything.
People have no idea so many secrets are buried in Krat. Thanks for keeping me company.
I want to ask about Geppetto. My dad.
I'm an old friend of Geppetto's. His son is like family to me. Make yourself at home. You're always welcome here at the hotel. If you have any questions, ask my butler, Polendina.
About lying, I lied. I have to come clean. I actually lied to come in here.
I see you're here. That means you can lie.
I know, it's awful.
Your lies are a rare ability. You're able to choose your own path, unbound by anything. People on the outside are still afraid of puppets.
But
Lie to protect yourself and find your path.
lying is wrong. Can't do it. I will if I have to, but I cannot do it. Alright, let's teleport to the Stargazer. Moving right along. So yeah, I guess we're gonna go hybrid build. Strength and what's like arcane or the sort of magic technological ability. Sounds like a fun thing to do in this game. In fact, how much damage is this? 100 plus 10. This is 94 plus 9 plus 7, so it's just tiny, a little bit more. I'll use that. And also, I want to use a police baton. Holy crap. Don't, no, that's bad, that's bad. A ton seems pretty bad, actually. Incredibly short range. I don't think I can use this weapon. I would rather use the greatsword. Hello, Chino. How dare you spoil the game for you? I am so sorry, but I'm having fun. And considering how rare that is nowadays, I don't think I'm going to apologize any further. Sorry, not sorry, yeah. How's it going, Chino? How are you doing? Purge the puppets. All puppets will be destroyed. Oh. I mean, come on, look how cool this looks. This is awesome. You know what doesn't look cool? Me. I need to look better. Tomorrow's working from home. Oh boy.
Come out, Geppetto! You've got a lot to answer for!
Hey, is Geppetto in there? Hey, that's my dad. Leave him alone.
You know what caused the puppet frenzy, don't you?
What the fuck?
You're their maker, practically their father! You and the alchemist scheming together. Tell me the truth! What's your problem? I'm here for the old man, get lost. Wait, I know you. Or more like, I know what you are.
Donkey.
You're the devil's puppet. You can't sneak past me. Die!
That's a freaking cool weapon. I want
I'll
that.
kill you both, then string you up on the bridge.
Ow, holy shit. Oh my god, this guy's tough. Oh my good lord.
I'll kill you both, then string you up on the bridge.
Okay, Jesus. Dude, I cannot block this guy. Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
Cursed puppet! Back again!
I'm dead.
This time it's destroyed for sure. Devil puppet no more, eh?
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know how to play this game. The roll is pointless. I cannot roll through attacks, so this is really a problem. Like, I don't do dodges, I don't do parries, I do dodges, and this game doesn't have dodges, this game has only parries. But no good parries like Sekiro, the bad parries. So, for me, it's very, very difficult. Can I grab my souls, please? Thank you.
Cursed puppet! Back again!
Oh, come on, fuck off. Like, look how long it takes to dodge. Wait. You actually get, like... I mean, it's pointless to try and dodge. Like, look at my dodge. What the fuck is that dodge? It's the tiniest sidestep ever, but it does give me invincibility frames, I suppose. Not many. I don't understand how it works, honestly.
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
Fucking hell. Like... Dude, I'm trying to parry, it just doesn't work.
This time it's destroyed for sure. Devil puppet.
I don't know how it works. I literally cannot figure out this combat. I'm not sure what they want me to do. Like, how am I supposed to fight? Here's the problem I have right now. Okay, let me explain. In Dark Souls, when you dodge, you gain enough space, and the enemies have a little bit of downtime between different attacks. These guys, they don't have any downtime. They keep attacking. They keep relentlessly attacking very quickly. And you don't have time to counterattack. Also, your dodges move you... Your character just moves so slowly. And your dodges, they barely... Look at that. They barely move you around. I guess I am heavy. Let me try to use a slightly faster weapon, but I still move so slowly. This is probably my biggest gripe with the game right now. The movement speed of my character is awful. And the recovery animation after attacking is just so goddamn long.
Cursed puppet! Back again!
See, I dodged that. I pressed the button in time, and I couldn't dodge because I was finishing my attack animation that was so long.
Cursed puppet! Back again!
See how fast they attack? And they don't stagger. None of these bosses ever stagger, which is another big issue. It honestly feels like pairing is the ideal thing to do, but the movements, they're not very well choreographed like in Dark Souls. They're much less
I'll kill you both, then string you up
even,
on the
you
bridge.
know? Like, one attack is incredibly quick, the other one is incredibly slow, and they just mix and match, and they have, again, no downtime. Look at that. That came out so quickly. And they just never stop. They just never stop. That was so fucking fast. Why? Dude.
This time it's destroyed for sure.
The biggest problem is, as always, with those games that are from software, you try to apply from software gameplay to other studio games, like being surprised that pasta bolognese doesn't work as a steak. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's a good analogy. It's more like I'm going to two different restaurants and ordering the same pasta, but like the spaghetti in one of the restaurant is like thicker than the other, you know? I feel that like that's a better analogy. These are mechanically the same. You have the stamina, you have the dodges, you have iframes, you have a specific move set. Steak trying to look like a bolognese.
Cursed puppet! Back again!
Well, I don't agree. And considering I'm the one playing, I feel like I know more than you guys. So.
kill you both, then string you up on the bridge.
That tracked me so freaking hard.
Are you a dream or a nightmare?
I mean, this is clearly trying to be a Souls-like, like from Software. I mean, I don't know what's hard to understand about that. It's not really trying to do something new or be something different. It's exactly trying to be like that. It knows exactly what it's trying to be. I mean, even to the stats, you have the same exact stats, you have the same exact mechanic, the parries, the dodges.
Are you a dream or a nightmare?
And sure, it does have like a couple of extra mechanics that are unique to this game, but like it should. It's a different game.
Destroyed for sure.
Just because my VW up has 4 tires, 1 engine, and a wheel doesn't mean that I can expect it to be as fast as a Lamborghini. I don't think so too. Must mean so all platformers are Mario games or racing games or Gran Turismo. That is not at all the same thing. Like, it's like saying that all action games are Dark Souls. That's not what I'm saying. All Souls-likes are very similar to. All like 3D stamina-based, stat-based action RPGs that follow this same formula. They are very, very similar and very, very comparable. Because that's a new genre. Exactly. And I don't get what's wrong comparing these games to the top of the line of that genre, you know. Especially when they're using the same exact mechanic. Like, down to the targeting system. And the way you rotate around your target. Like, there's so many. You don't compare. You have to compare.
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
You force the whole Dark Souls mechanic on games that are... I'm not forcing anything. Dude, are you seeing the gameplay? Are you seeing what's happening on screen? How is this different than any of the Souls-likes? We're looking at the same thing, even.
I'll kill you both, then string you up on the bridge.
God damn it.
Are you a dream or a nightmare?
I mean, it's even using the same Bloodborne
Stop
mechanics.
showing up already.
Well, kind of, you know, the life recovery. down to the NPCs through the windows. Like, come on. Oh, I forgot there was a third. Oh my god, here we go. 1, 2. Come on, dude. Yes!
I demanded the truth. Now I feel bad for my comrade.
Hi, Dad.
Finally, we meet, son. It's a dream come true. Seeing you like this. I understand why some people despise me. I invented the puppets after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets at City Hall. Won't you help me, son? Take this. You'll find it most useful.
Mad Donkey. Oh my god, we have the full attire of the Mad Donkey. They don't give me enough time to see everything I'm getting out of this, you know? Like, what did I just get? They are way too quick. Oh my god. Well, I mean... what else did we get? The Enigma assembly tool. A tool that can assemble and disassemble a weapons blade and a handle. Oh, okay, so we can mix and match. Hang on, let me read. Every time I join a stream and you play a Souls Wars game, it's always goes like Dark Souls that would have worked, in Dark Souls should have been like that, in what a From Software game it would have been that way. I agree that if a game wants to try to mimic or try to be From Software, it's okay to compare. This game screams Bloodborne like Game of Ice, but I think it's a thin line from comparing and finding things that are different, worse, better than Dark Souls. Here's the problem with that. If I am comparing a technical aspect of the game, like the dodging, for example, or the movement of the character, I am allowed to compare them because they mechanically feel the same, they mechanically they mechanically have the same function, but one feels worse than the other. Why is that a problem? Why is it wrong to want a game to feel better? I don't understand why that's so controversial. When in one game it's clearly superior, and I'm just saying this game could have used a character that moves slightly faster. It would have felt better. Is that wrong? Like, I don't get it. What's the problem?
I want to hear all about your experiences, but now isn't a good time. Use the Stalker's key to open the bridge door. Then get rid of the frenzied puppets that have seized City Hall. We'll catch up at Hotel Krat when you're done.
You want this game to be more like Dark Souls. I want this game to feel better than it does. And it just so happens that Dark Souls and all this From Software games are the one that feels the best. You know? That's just as simple as that. If I say that I swing my weapon, like, we're talking about a simple swing animation, okay? And if I say that this doesn't feel as good as it does in Dark Souls, it's because this has more frames of the animation, and when you get locked into an animation for longer than it feels like it should, it just doesn't feel as responsive, and that's a problem in a game that's an action game that is very, very tight when it comes to dodging and timing. I mean, that's just how it should be, you know? Maybe I don't explain myself.
So about that weapon assembly tool you were talking about. If you find any more weapons, let's try using them here.
Okay. So I switch the handle. Oh, the handle is the one giving it the electric stuff. Oh, interesting. Wait a second, does that... Oh, but I buffed the head. Oh, man, if I knew that though, I probably would have done this differently. Because I would have buffed my blade, and I would have given my blade the electric handle. Yeah, there you go, look. That makes it... Wait, does it do electric damage now? No, so it's just a combination. I don't get this system. Oh, I lose the buff. Oh, they lose the scaling as well. What a weird system. And yeah, as I was saying, maybe I don't explain myself too well when I'm in the middle of the game and, you know, fighting for my life, but... I don't think I raise, like, crazy points about game design. Was there a tutorial in this game? As bare bone as you can imagine from a game like this. I mean, I get the comparison with Bloodborne because it has the same, you know, you get damage while blocking, which it's not the same as Bloodborne, but you do get that sort of ghost red bar that you can recover by quickly attacking after you have that. I think in Bloodborne it works after you take any sort of damage. In this game only happens when you are blocking. So if you block an attack, it does damage, but you can recover that damage or part of that damage by attacking afterward. But since there is no counter like the gun and the guns in Bloodborne, you're maybe supposed to dodge and do perfect parries, because perfect parries, they break the stance of enemies. They do have the same kind of, you know, stance breaking that Dark Souls have. Well, I suppose Sekiro and Elden Ring. Although most of the time you don't really see it. Probably you can recover your HP when you bath your enemy's blood. Right. In this one, only when you're blocking. Let's see. Oh, that works. Oh, that guy's an idiot. What the hell? So, look at that. See? I did get the red bar, and now I'm attacking, and I recovered most of my life. But if you don't block, you don't recover. It's fine with normal enemies, because you can just, you know, block and then do attacks, attack, and recover. But with bosses, they don't give you time to counter-attack and recover, so that mechanic doesn't work with bosses. Also, bosses, every time they hit you, they stagger you and they knock you to the ground. So, yeah. I see what they meant, but it doesn't work. So, the way they explained bosses with the first mini-boss fight is that basically you have to parry them until their health bar goes shiny. Then you have to charge a heavy attack. You break their stance, and then you can do like a power attack. But it's so hard to do, because the only way to do it is by landing perfect parries. Also, another thing I just noticed is that if you block an attack and you can recover HP, you're basically going to lose it if you don't recover it instantly. If you do another block or another parry, it goes away. Which is not very nice, actually. So they implemented the boss a fighting mechanic that works well for anything but bosses. Yes. Basically, yes. I mean, I don't know, maybe there is a way of fighting bosses that I yet have to discover that feels better than what I'm trying to do. But it does feel much worse fighting a boss than it does fighting normal enemies. And not for, you know, silly reasons. It's purely mechanical. Bad news, Mr. Venigni is ambitious to make a jolly police mascot puppet for the City Hall ended in failure. His passion to make a trustworthy friend for the citizen and a strong officer who overpowers criminal was in the right place but turned out to be excessive. The new police officer puppet overcharged storage battery exceeded its capacity, causing chain explosions, malfunctions and serious body damage. The City Council recommend disposing of the puppet on the grounds of its appearance and intimidating visitors. Mr. Venigni and the taxpayers protested, halting the council's plan in its tracks. The puppet still lies abandoned behind the city hall. Uh-oh. Gonna have to fight that. The interesting thing is, even when the puppet is unattended, it performs a number of its mascot roles. It is especially popular with kids, and it even appears to react and respond to the playing of children. However, it has led to more slum children entering City Hall and causing inconvenience to visitors. The City Council is considering exhibiting the puppet only occasionally as a means to restrict entry. Oh god, what is this? Oh, what happened? Also, even the enemies can recover life by hitting you, by the way. Which is wild. See? Now that was a stance break, and then you can do this sort of riposte. Which is the way you're supposed to fight those things, but it's really, really hard to do it on bosses. I'm not pressing for software myself now, but they managed to implement 3 very, very different fighting mechanics in the games, which all feel work and look different, but also feel satisfying. Yeah, that is very true.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No survivors here.
Dude, that's the baby.
What do we do? Just give her that baby puppet?
Oh, this is the... Oh. Well, here's to hoping she went completely blind in the process. Ugh. I think one of the studio did their own formula well, obviously behind the Surge, wasn't it? I'm not entirely sure right now. I did play the Surge. It felt okay, but there was one boss that basically made me stop playing. I never played the Surge 2 though, which I've been told it's a lot better than the first one. So maybe the Surge 2 was better than the first one? I don't know. I heard your voice but not the words. Oh, I was just saying that I did play Surge 1 and I thought it was okay. But there was a boss that made me quit the game. I was kind of enjoying it until that boss, and then I stopped. Oh, we have a new amulet. Increases damage inflicted on puppets. I'll take that. Sounds like a good idea. I mean, just now the new Lords of the Fallen will turn out. Use a star fragment at the cracks calling next to the boss area to summon a specter that will help you in boss battles. I don't want to. Yeah, but I don't want to. I did watch the boss fight gameplay, the new Lords of the Fallen, very thoroughly. And I have to say that unfortunately, I feel it's gonna end up being decent, but still not quite there yet. There was something about the animations, about the weight of attacks, about how the character moved that to me felt a little off. I'm definitely willing to give it a go. It looks amazing, honestly. It looks really, really promising. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the first one was as bad as people said it was, you know? I thought it was okay, obviously. Again, everybody was comparing it to Dark Souls because I think it was one of the first actual Souls-like games to come out after Dark Souls.
I know my way around a...
And there's the Chinese game with the monkey. Yeah, Black Myth. That looks really nice. That actually looks really
I'll
neat.
use my power.
That is probably the one that has me the most excited for all of these games, you know? Of all of these Souls-likes that are coming out, I think that's the one that I really, really wanted to be good. And you're a bit disappointed when it's not Dark Souls. Look, you can say and joke all you want, but Sekiro was not Dark Souls. If anything, Sekiro was far from Dark Souls. And yet, it's a fantastic game and definitely one of my favorite From Software titles. At the moment is number 2. In my personal top 3 or top Souls-like games, it's number 2. Bloodborne was in Dark Souls 2. I mean, I never played it, but yeah, from what I hear, it's different enough, and it's still considered one of the best, if not the best of all the Souls-likes. So, you know, you can be different and yet competent. Think of Neo, guys. I loved Neo. It definitely wasn't Souls-like, but it was very good. I really enjoyed it, and it was different enough. Yeah, Neo 1 was awesome. I really loved it. Am I being attacked by a dog? Oh, yeah. Get over here. I fucked up. Get over here. Don't play the second one, but, you know, I would like to. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's the petrification notice. Lots of people are saying the second one is better than the first one, so I would really like to play it. However, the other one they made was pretty trash. It felt like a step back from Neo. And I was very excited about that, and all of a sudden it just wasn't that good.
You found her, kind one.
It's a PS4, yeah.
I could sense her from miles away. Oh, my sweet Elena.
Sure, it's yours, sweet Elena.
Please let me hold her.
Yeah, you can have her. She's gone blind, isn't she?
You're there, my baby. I missed you so much. What do you think? Isn't my baby adorable?
As adorable as I am. It's a cute baby.
That's right, kind one. You granted me my only wish. My sweet Elena.
Elena.
We're going to be happy now.
Alright.
Thank you so much, kind one. Please accept my heartfelt gratitude.
Yeah, no problem. I got the feel. Records you obtain while playing games can be played using a gramophone. Oh. Okay. Look at this. Oh my god, this is awesome. Close your eyes, dance the night away with me, everything will feel better. A song that quietly comforts the dark. Feel a voice to accompany you and the sadness of the night. Yo, that's really cool. Dude, if it was PlayStation 3, yeah, I would have played it. Hell, I would have probably by now I would have emulated it and streamed it. I think PlayStation 3 emulation is there now. I don't know about PS4 though. Is there any progress whatsoever for PlayStation 4 emulation? I never looked it up. Feel.
Close your eyes. Come to me.
Cool.
Feel alright. Just dance with me all through the night. Turn it out. Close to you. I feel good. 'Cause I just know feeling of you. Give it to me, baby. Feel alright. I feel good. Just want want you step with me, dance with me, here with me, feel alright. I feel good on you, alright.
Dude, this is great.
Make a groove all night. Close your eyes, come to me, feel alright. Just dance with me all through the night. Turn it out, close to you. I feel good, 'cause I just know feeling of you. Give it to me, baby. Feel alright. I feel good. Just walk your step with me, dance with me, here with me, feel alright.
Welcome to Hotel.
If this gets me like a copyright strike, it's worth it.
On you, alright. To make a groove all night.
That's just great. Dude, I think more games need like a gramophone and records to collect and listen to. I still have fond memories of last year in Sound of Mind, listening to all the songs at the end of every chapter and every patient. You know, arguable quality, but it's an experience. I think it really brings like the thing together. I don't know. Alright, anyway. Oh shit. Uh-oh. This seems like a problem. How did I even dodge that? This seems like a problem. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Jesus. Oh my Jesus Christ, help me. Oh my god, that was a really bad loop of enemies parrying my attacks. Well, now I know I don't go down there. For fuck's sake. What the hell? Is this where I was going? I don't remember. I think it is. Yeah, this is the courtyard. We're gonna ignore that guy. Your name is something? The icons under your health bar. I do have something. Don't know what that is. How do we even check? Is it the amulet? Oh, it was the amulet, I think. Yeah, it's the 2 amulets, okay. Just buffs. Wait, when did I get an extra ampule? I see rather than expect debuffs, I know, right? Uh-oh. Was that Murphy? Or whatever his name was? He's very electric. The fact that my weapon is electric also? God. Oh god, oh god. Jesus. Goodness. What the fuck happened? Good parry. Yo! I got the counter combo. Dude, not too shabby. I gotta get parries on this guy. Yo, what the hell is going on? You got good? No, I think this guy is actually easier to parry for now. Now he's all electric, so I don't know. Yeah, he's faster now. It all changed. He got good too. My weapon broke. Now what? Ow, fuck. We have a problem. We have a big problem now. Uh-oh. We have a really big problem. final block. That was bad. What's that? Okay. My weapon just breaks mid-fight. That's a problem. I guess I'm gonna have to... I don't know, do I use my basic sword for the first part of the fight? God, they're making me walk all the way to the boss. I'm tempted to summon a companion, see how it goes. I mean, the game wanted me to do that. Let's see what it feels like. Did I do anything? I don't think that worked. Holy shit. Oh no, there's a ghost. There's something. Hey, yo. It's got a butt thing. It's got a little butt wall. I don't know. Really did fuck my friend here. However, this is so much easier because my guy is tanking basically all of it. That was so much easier. I guess I was supposed to summon a helper? I don't know. Battery, broken ego, a core, and like a bunch of other random things. Again, the game just instantly gives you a million things that you found, and then it gives you exactly 1 second to look at them. A faded whistle. Friends. What do I do with a faded whistle? Honestly, this is a game that I don't really mind summoning things for, you know? Because the bosses don't feel too great. I'm okay with summoning a little helper.
You saved Geppetto. He is on the 2nd floor.
Oh.
He can hardly wait to see you.
Oh, I just want to level up, but Geppetto's here. Okay.
Wow, cool part you got there. Come here for a sec, would you?
Sure.
I picked up traces of high-powered energy originating far away. That's one mystery solved. Why don't we make a Legion arm with it? Mr. Vanini is the expert when it comes to Legion arms, but I'm pretty sure I can make one. The puppets get fried easily by electricity. If you use an electric Legion arm, it'll make your life easier.
Okay. Fulminous. Okay. I mean, a Legion armor that holds powerful electricity, it accumulates electric blitz and discharges an electric shock. You can even improve on these things. Okay, let's give it a go. Ditch the Scorpion arm and gain the Raiden arm.
You're going to the factory? He's the
Yeah.
rich. I heard he went to shut the factory down. I hope he's safe. I wouldn't want to... I know my way around a weapon.
I still don't have enough Moonstone. One off. Alter and a handle. We don't have cranks.
I'll use my power.
There we go. Let's go upstairs. Talk to my dear Geppetto. Wherever he is. Oh, he opened the door. Oh my god, it's got private room? I'm dead. Some cool stuff here. Use? I don't think so.
Ah, you've returned. Forgive a sentimental father for worrying about his son. Always remember that you're precious to me. Even when I ask you to do something dangerous. Speaking of which, there's a factory just beyond Elysian Boulevard. It's packed with countless puppets. My friend, the inventor Venini, went to stop them, but he never came back. Please, go save him and shut down the factory. P-organs are the source of your powers.
The Porgans.
Collect quartz to get the strength you need.
Is that my Porgan?
Remember, the hotel is the last safe place in Krat. It's our only refuge in a city full of perils. It'll be extremely dangerous if anyone has ill intentions. Be careful who you tell about this place, especially if they're stalkers or alchemists.
Okay.
Be wary of dangerous people. And always be a good boy to me.
Father, I have to confess, I did lie though. Porgan. Use the Porgan slot to activate your character's latent abilities. Equip quartz on the Porgan to obtain the corresponding effect. If you equip a quartz in each of the slots in a single group, you can gain the group synergy effect. Each time the synergy effect of two groups are activated, the next step is unlocked. You can get a great variety of effects if you take your Porgans to higher phases. Okay. Phase 1. Add a Fable slot. Okay. Increase staggerable window. There's a time of enemy staggerable status. Link dodge. Enables another dodge in the middle of a dodge motion. Okay, now that does sound like a fundamental thing. And also that. Oh, wait. Wait, what are we doing here? So I'm gaining these buffs, and then on top of it, if I do build slots, I do get the main ability. Is that what it said? I thought it was more like whenever you get the first phase, you get to second phase, but I guess that's not it. I guess that's what you need to do. So what do we have? Enhanced charge stagger. Enhance the stagger attack of charge attacks. Okay. Enhance fatal attacks. Fable arts. Use enemy stagger's duration. Enhance guard regain recover. Enhance fatal attack pulse cell charge. Lower damage when discharged. That actually sounds good. Lower damage while dodging. Charge Legion when an enemy is eliminated. This is nice because I keep running out of Legion for my arm. I think I want this. There you go. Lower charge attack, stamina consumption, perfect guard, fable charge, increase weapon durability, recovery speed. Legion magazine. Stronger. Increase Urga upon eliminating enemies. Sounds very good. Increase consumable limits, increase throwing object limits, I don't care. I think I like that Ergo upon eliminating enemies. Okay, and since we slotted 2 of those things, now we have an extra... We have the link dodge. Okay, so that's how it works. Oh, look, and because we got the link dodge, we got some progress towards phase 2. Looks like we're gonna have to get 3 of these ones to get to phase 2. Okay. Is this torture device, is the Porgan one? Activate the Porgan. Yeah, okay, that's the Porgan. Change shape. Don't know what that means.
The city of Krat. It's probably not how you remember it, eh? Ask me any questions, and I'll fill in the gaps.
How Venigni works.
Venigni Works is the puppet's main base. It's a factory where they manufacture more of themselves. Venigni himself went to stop them, but I'm worried. He's an industrialist, not a fighter.
Right.
Rescue Venigni and shut down his factory. That will deny the puppets their reinforcements.
Okay. Saint Frangelico Cathedral.
The cathedral is famous for its wise and kind Archbishop, Andreas. He offers sanctuary to countless refugees there. The thing is, I've lost touch with him. Perhaps no news is good news, but I'm a suspicious sort. And if the puppets push towards the cathedral, it could be devastating. Go save the Archbishop and the refugees before it's too late.
Okay. About the Malum district?
I don't know what's happening in the Malum district. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood seized the neighborhood. That's all I know.
Okay.
It was always a run-down neighborhood, but it's descended into anarchy, or worse. I'm hearing rumors of monsters rampaging through the district.
Great.
Those poor people. They need your help, son.
Okay. About Rosa Isabel Street.
Rosa Isabel Street is a stronghold of the puppets.
Right.
It's a hunting ground where the most dangerous puppets roam. I believe it's the epicenter of the puppet frenzy. After all, I detected the strongest wave of ergo there.
Okay.
Especially for someone as precious as you. It's a perilous place. And when you walk a dangerous path, my son, it's best to take it one step at a time.
Okay.
You can get from City Hall to the factory with the key I just gave you.
Thank you, Father.
Venigni gave me that key, and now he's missing. Rescue him if you can.
Geppetto was Pinocchio. Right here. The game also reminded me of Still Rising. I heard of Still Rising. I did not hear a good thing about Still Rising. Unfortunately. I guess I can see the resemblance though. There is something about the sort of French Revolution times aesthetic. What do we do with the whistle? I like that it tells you where to use these quest items. Below it. Gonna blow the whistle, you think? Gonna try giving it to the merchant here. Hello?
For your information.
Okay, he doesn't want that. Did we meet literally anyone else? I guess there was a kid, wasn't there? Where was the kid? Oh, good lord. The stagger was real. I couldn't block, I couldn't do anything. You know, oh my god, I thought this guy actually killed me. It looked, as far as I can recall, it looked fun. I didn't watch much of it. I did listen to a couple of reviews and it sounded like very average. But you know, maybe one day if it's on discount I get to play it myself and see how it goes. Does anybody remember where the kid is? This is the lady. Must have been... Be down here somewhere?
If only we could play together like we used to. Murphy, I miss you. If only Murphy.
Well, he's not the one that wants a whistle, so... What the heck is this whistle? Small wooden officer puppet. Murphy. Oh, wait a second. I can actually use them.
If only Murphy.
Okay, give the toy to the kid, I suppose. Oh, the whistle.
Hey, that sound. Is that you, Murphy? I know that whistle. It must be Murphy. Thanks for coming by. I want to play, but I feel too sick. I don't think I can. I miss Zach and Sophie and Eric. I wish we could all play.
I see quest lines have happy endings in this game as well, huh? Yeah, classic happy endings for our quests. What was interesting to me is that it was a blend of Metroidvania and Soulsborne. That's what Cal lies to people because you're lying to people. I mean, I want to say I'm not, but so far I've met 2 people and I lied to both of them, so I can't deny that that's what's happening. Hello. We're in the city hall. This looks nice. Venigni's guide. Oh, hello. Dear citizen of Krat, factory has been occupied by the puppets. Whatever the cause, Venigni Company is responsible for it. I, Lorenzini Venigni, am going alone to stop those devils. The factory is very dangerous now. Stay out of it and keep safe. The rest I'll leave to Mr. Geppetto, whom I trust more than anyone. God save us all. Regards, Lorenzini Venigni. Lorenzini is not a real name. It's a last name. But not a first name.
Here it is. Venigni Works. Everything you see here belongs to Venigni, the classiest playboy and most brilliant inventor in Krat. Just ask him. Not just puppets. Almost every machine and tram in Krat is supplied from here. You gotta be curious about the guy. What kind of person is he? I wish we could find him. That is, if he's still kicking.
Oh, he's kicking. For sure he's kicking, right? Like, come on. Splat. Oh my god, this guy has a whirly kick. Now they're even using the same weapons as Bloodborne. A miracle cure. Buy the miracle cure medicine here. The miracle alchemist Clark Shore, also known as Dr. Cure-All, of course, has succeeded in making a cure for the horrible plague that has spread through Krat. Made from unicorn horn, blood of a 2-headed snake, and a boiled down mandrake. Clark Shore has tested himself and confirmed that it completely cures the plague. The blue plague is not a divine curse. Don't be afraid anymore. Come see Dr. Cure-All Clark Shore. Prices may vary, as it is a limited item. Right. Hi. Ah. Okay. What's up, girl? Oh, there's a big boy over there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, hello. Well, I was not supposed to be down here, but here we are now. Oh, good lord. Special resistance, Ampule. Ow! Bloody hell, what did that? Oh, you bastard. Okay, this is the other side, and there is absolutely nothing. Good to know. Good to know. Stop doing that. That motherfucker, I can't believe it, actually. Hi, I was not... Ow. Splat. Did someone throw a piece of shit at me? It needs to die. Okay. Fable Catalyst and a star fragment. Okay, so we can summon a new friend once the time is right. Why wouldn't I go down there? Gemini's emergency protection. That's probably just another consumable. Don't get shot from behind. Don't get shot from behind. Dude, I think I need a secondary weapon of some sorts. Holy shit, okay. Hello. Ow. Oh my god, I died. Is your arm the secondary? No, my arm is like... Well, it's on the secondary button, like my left hand, if you will. Because it is actually literally my left hand. But no, I mean like a proper second weapon because of the silly durability. Can I maybe change this handle? You have some scaling on motivity, which I think is gonna help. Did that not do it? There you go. Oh, hang on. It changed the moveset of the weapon. Because of the handle. Oh. Okay. Wait, hang on. Does that mean I can... What if I put the handle of the big sword then? I mean, it's heavier. But it is a different moveset, yeah. Okay. What an interest... This is an interesting mechanic. That I would love to explore in more detail. Hang on, wasn't there a way to get down from this side? No, sorry, not from this side. I think it was from over here. Maybe skip big guy? No, we cannot. We can't kill this guy before the big one tries to kill me. Oh, he never did 2 attacks on the wheel. Ow. Bloody hell. Help me. Uh-oh. This ain't good. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh no. Dude, this is bad. Oh my. Wait, hang on. I'm fucked. I'm gonna lose all my souls. Or I somehow get out of here. And I rush the bridge and I rush my souls. Okay. Oh, the hell. Dude, I'm overheating. I'm burning. And I can't heal. That's just great. Hello?
Another fine day in the city of Krat, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Oh. Congratulations! You've been selected from this cast of a little for an exclusive, obtrusive, intrusive transmittal for me, Arlecchino, the king of all riddles. Now, you know what I'm called, and why I called you, and I want to know your name, but not till we're through. For as soon as I learn that's one riddle burned, and I do love a mystery, don't you? Now, only the living solve riddles, as everyone knows, that's a must. When your city is so full of puppets, it seems are about fit to bust. It's time for the riddle. No more waiting. We thank you for participating. By morning, it walks on feet numbering 4. At midday, just 2. No less and no more. It walks
Really?
on 3 feet when the evening
Really, my guy? The
arrives.
Sphinx?
And if you solve this,
Riddle?
then
Like,
I'll
really?
know you're alive. Correct. Fantastic insights, caller. But not everything has to rhyme, you know. I'm not a caricature. I'm the king of riddles. That said, how do we know you didn't just get lucky? Even a stopped clock is right twice a day, and even a puppet can be accidentally correct just by random chance.
I mean, I suppose that's true.
Still, a promise is a promise. Arlecchino, tell him what he'll get. Thanks, Arlecchino. Caller, your correct answer has earned you a Trinity key. Doors and keys and doors, the subjects of puzzles and riddles galore. My next riddle won't be so simple to crack. Arlecchino's the king. Not some riddling cheap jack.
Can I have my key and go now? Alright. I got a Trinity key. My springs are reacting. What does that mean? What does that even mean? My springs are reacting. Here's the key. Key obtained for the King of Riddles. The key probably unlocks something. That's very helpful. Sacred Triangle was some organization's secret mark. Rumor has it this organization was Krat's true master, right? Or... by the way, while I was looking at the bridge, I saw that. Alright, can we do something about that guy? Huh. Shit. I'm dying. I can heal. Oh my god. I'm barely surviving here. I haven't tried my full minis yet. We have a puppet so I can try it. I gotta say though, performance-wise, the game runs awesome. At least as that, and it looks great. You know, there is no need to, cough cough, upgrade your machine because it's not powerful enough, as someone might say when their games doesn't run well. Is that the chain? What's a chain? It's a throwing object. Is that a chain of bullets? Is this a Trinity door? No, it's not. That's just what we call a door. So now I can do like a double roll. Okay. Oh, I'm on the other side of the gate. You know, I think I might need more stamina soon. Wait, these things are alive? Jesus Christ, I was switching weapon. Wasn't expecting that jump. Shit. Nice, alright. I wonder if it was ranged. No, it doesn't look ranged. Are you crazy? I don't want to go down there. What the fuck is that even? Hell no. Electro Blades is effective for subduing puppets. Get out if you're not a stalker. Finding a lot of ergo. I feel like I need a new weapon though. Oh. They don't stagger. Okay, the hand does a fair amount of damage. Is this a Trinity key? No. I just opened it. Salamander blade. Aha. Let's take a look at this new weapon, shall we? I mean, it's a B scaling in advance. Which is what we're doing. Okay. That actually looks very cool. And what's the special thing it does? It does fire damage. Which I'm assuming it's not going to be great versus robots, but maybe versus humans?
This place gives me the creeps. It's like something's gonna jump out any second. It's okay, pal. Gemini's looking out for you.
There's no way that actually hit me. Yo, this weapon is cracked. What the fuck? I see that. I think I'm blind. This seems like a very good weapon. Should we just... Holy crap, dude. Ow. It's burning. It's like Dark Souls poison. Very slow taking damage. Okay, I'll take it. Holy shit, what is that? Hang on. What do we have here? Guessing some sort of armor piece. The Belford shock cartridge. Increases just defenses in general. Including shock resistance, which is nice. I can... Oh, I can charge my Fulminous hand. Okay, but it just explodes on its own, though. Ow. Hell. The frick! Burn to death. Okay, now what? Factory manager's report. Dear Mr. Vanini, as per your orders, I conducted a quality investigation on the ergo supplied by the alchemist. Of course, it was done secretly. Certainly the quality of ergo was getting worse over time. I don't doubt the alchemist, but the decrease in quality is too widespread to call it a coincidence. At this rate, Quartus puppets will have a high chance of defects. Most important thing is the quality of the ergo, after all. According to a reliable source, the high-level alchemists are running ergo production experiments lately using another method. Personally, I think the secret experiments have something to do with the decrease in ergo quality. Are they wringing out the bodies of discarded puppets in the barren swamps or something? Anyway, I recommend approaching them carefully instead of complaining to them. Manager, factory, cola. I don't like this big hallway. Gonna preemptively heal. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Oh no, what is that? What is that? Double shield boy? He's doing my build. Oh, that was the wipe. Sorry, the what was it? The belt? F58. Ow. Okay. Jesus Christ. Ow, fuck off. He's actually faster than I think it is, you know? He looks very slow, but it's not. Oh god, I'm gonna be... I'm stuck in here. I'm dead. I got stuck in the corner. God damn it, double shield build. Oh, I made some progress on the Elden Ring thing, by the way. I think I almost have everything for randomizing the sort of challenges that we are gonna do for the lockout bingo. And I have this program basically creating the categories and randomizing them for me. Oh my... Dude, I was just trying to pick up my stuff. Alright. Jesus. Any stamina? At least I parried the second one. There you go. Legion Caliber, the shock correction device developed. It takes so long to read and not enough time. Legion Caliber, a Legion arm modification part. Oh, I can buff it probably. Right. Hello? The red light was spooky. Butterfly. It's a garbage butterfly. He's still alive. There you go. A motivity crank. Okay. Oh, that was a lot of fall damage. You know, I was just trying the limits of the fall damage. Since we have this here. So many different ways to go now. That way, up there. Lies. What do you mean, lies? I don't lie. You know I don't. Jesus. Oh no. Well, fuck you. Dude, they even have the Dark Souls, like, corpse ball. I am dead. Get up. Get up and run, you freak. Oh! Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Coming. Oh, you idiot. I think I'm safe here. Hey guys, what's up? Uh-oh. Oh, there was a shortcut. To where? I really don't know. These guys drop moonstone? Oh my god, we have to farm them. We have to farm these puppets. In that corridor, like there's a million of them or more moonstone. Oh my lord. Oh, it's this place. Oh, okay. Is that convenient then? Oh, hi. Is this oh boy. What a guy. There's a chest there. We're not doing that now, clearly. I did. Okay, so let me get this straight. Where does it fall? Am I safe here? Yeah. Easy, man. And we get a fire axe. What? That has a C scaling. That's a balanced weapon, basically. I wonder if we can mix and match it with the blade, with the knife. Who is that? Who are these people? What the heck even am I? Oh, this is a shortcut for the other side of that. Okay.
Oh, fantastic. The pipe fit like a glove. Well, like a pipe that fit.
Like a
Idiots,
glove.
You know?
Oh, it's this guy, yeah. Interesting. Okay. I really like the map design in this game. It's very good.
A little help? Anyone? Wealthy and dashing philanthropist in need of assistance?
What? Oh, you're up there. Okay. I was about to say, was he in a furnace? What the f... You know what I'm saying? The exploration feels really good. The environments are very nice looking.
I hope he's alright.
The maps are well connected. It's just high quality in that regard. Hello.
Oh, easy now. No need to kill me.
What's between you?
Surely we can discuss this like reasonable people? Hold on. Geppetto's a friend of yours. Did he send you? I'm fine. Please, help me find my butler Pulcinella. He's a puppet and a friend. Those stalkers were supposed to be working for me, but... well, they bolted and left me to my fate. That was not helpful. My butler went to barricade the back door, and I haven't seen him since. Pulcinella has been a loyal companion. I'd hate to lose him. The factory is, of course, my priority. We must take it back.
Mamma mia.
Keep an eye out for my butler. I'd consider it a personal favor and owe you in kind.
I mean, I suppose he's Italian, but holy shit. That's quite the accent. Oh my god. Oh shit. Can't do this to me, game. But imagine if I talk like that, though. It'd be better or worse for the stream. That's what Italians are supposed to sound like you. I just... How is that even possible? Like, I don't understand.
I know my way around a weapon.
Oh, I can put the fire handle on the blade. Under then. It's not better though. I wish you could see the individual stat of these handles, you know? Yeah, losing the advanced scaling is pointless. Okay, so now we are done with the moonstones, the hidden ones, and we need crescent moonstones. Okay, so we can use the normal moonstones to buff the dagger a little bit. I mean, I like my daggers.
Now that we have a moment to talk, you must understand. The city is on its deathbed. The petrification disease spreads too fast, and the puppets rampage everywhere. Nobody knows what caused the disaster. Everyone in Krat is just trying to survive. That's why I found you. Our only hope, Geppetto's puppet. We're both unique. I am able to wield the power of Ergo. Power I used to call on you. That's all I can say for now. Please, save Krat.
Okay.
I'll use my power to help you.
Yeah, look, the weapon scales nicely. Oh, I see. Knife scales with technique, though, as a secondary. Well, I mean, advanced scales both of them, so I might as well. Let's do one of that. I wanted to get a little bit more stamina. Honestly, we are fairly low on that one. And then let's see if we can something change. But we cannot buff my Legion arm. I don't know why. Can she do it maybe?
I know my way around.
No, not really. Is that... We can't do it yet. Not sure it's a Geppetto thing. Father?
The city of Krat. It's ask me any...
It doesn't have anything new. We have a quartz. For my Porgan? We don't. My Porgans are weak. I need stronger Porgans. Does it say anywhere how much I need to level up? Required 1690, so we need basically double the amount we already have. I'll tell you what then. Can we spend it on consumables?
Welcome to...
We don't really have good consumables. Never mind. Yo, I like the full menace. I mean, I don't dislike it, but I feel like the puppet string has some utility with the hook. Seems good, right? I mean, it's helpful. You can zone enemies. It's a mini stagger, yeah. I mean, sure, the other one does more damage, but I don't think we need like, why would we do more damage with the hand when we can achieve the same exact thing by swinging our weapon?
Before all this chaos, Fuoco was the puppet in charge of the furnace. But he changed. He was a stand-up fellow once. Now, not so much.
Fuoco.
I'm told he's still building an army of puppets and marching them on the cathedral. How did this nightmare come to be? Please, you must stop him before he does any more harm.
Obviously, fuoco means fire in Italian. It's also funny that all these guys, like Arlecchino, Pulcinella, they are like masks from like our carnivals. And they're characters in various plays and comedies and whatnot. Oh, whoa, that was a good dodge. There's a guy. Oh, oh my god! This is a shovel. And there's also another guy following me. Good parry. Oh, shit. Not good. I'm overheating. Could you please, like, oh no, get staggered. There you go. What is happening? Why couldn't I do the counter? Oh shit, I'm dying. Damn it. This guy just stun-locked me and killed me on the ground. I had no invincibility while I was on the ground. He just stomped me. That's kind of bullshit. You cannot recover, by the way, when you're on the ground, for some reason. Which is kind of annoying. I thought I had the parry, I didn't. I was blocking. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is bad. Dude, this is really bad. I'm overheating. Fucking hell. Who is this guy? Is he Fuoco, maybe? Could it be? Could it be the guy? Hello? Fuck off, really. Something at the beginning with an F. Yeah. Come on, dude. Oh my god. I'm overheated. So, it goes down faster if you're rolling around. Okay. Right. That he did not care. Ow. We need to do the... Oh my god, no. No. Hello? It killed me. Holy shit, dude. I'm dead. It's over. I feel like the effect on parry is a little overkill. I guess I'm gonna try to dodge him instead, but I don't like dodging in this game. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel very responsive, very good. You know. Can't attack twice. Oh no, here we go. Dude, that is so fucking brutal. Just getting stomped on the ground for like 3/4 of your HP does not feel very good. Dude, fuck off, man. Holy shit. It's basically a death sentence. Oh my god, that hit me? Fuck. Dude, the timing of that attack is so off. It's an immense delay. I gotta say, the parry window in this game is not very big. Maybe I should just, yeah, do that. Get away. Now that I have the extra dodges. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh no, dude, come on. You get overheated as well, so you can't even... I couldn't dodge that. Oh my god, please die. Oh. Jesus. Workshop Union standard radiation converter. Oh my god. That's rough. What is that? Let's just find this thing? Yeah. So heavier, more fire, less lightning. Not that much. Way less acid though. Have I seen acid anywhere? I'm taking the fire resistance. Oh, come on, man. Okay. That's a boss. It's a boss summoning thing. Okay. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen tonight. Can we get upstairs, though? I see a lot of loot around. I just don't know how to get up there. I mean, this goes to... Oh wait, do I have to... Oh, I... Okay. Technique crank? Hell yeah, we can crank it. We can crank our weapons now. The card note. The puppet cannot refuse the Grand Covenant imprinted upon manufacture. It must obey the Creator's orders and cannot harm humans. But look at that puppet that was once called Fuoco. Is the Grand Covenant flawed? The once faithful puppet now kills humans. It creates puppets instead of fire. It obeys something else other than humans. It's as if someone is controlling it, or it has a mind of its own. As if there's a king of puppets somewhere. Is it pretending to be human? Is it a simple defect? This requires further investigation. It's surprising. Fuoco's actions were not simple obedience, but faith. Fuoco worshipped something as a god. Heard there's the king of puppets on Rosa Isabel Street. Must be what is controlling the puppets of Krat. But the puppet having a human ego is a problem from another dimension. There is still a puppet secrets that I don't know about. Ergo is probably the key. But those guys are awakening like humans more quickly as days go by. Someone has to stop them before it's too late. For the sake of all humans. What's gonna happen to me? This is Hey guys. Oh. Ow. I kind of deserve that. That's what I get for cheesing. Here's a funny thing though, it's not gonna stop me from doing it again. Easy. Okay, well, we looted the area completely, I think. Can I jump in there? But I suppose I can. But I don't think I want to. Alright guys, I'm going to call it for today, but good stuff though. I like this game. It's just that I feel like it could be better with some minor tweaks, you know? Which is why sometimes I'm so critic of these things, because they are so very close to getting it perfectly. But this has immense potential. Again, with some very minor tweaks, this could be something special. And if they have a go at another game, I hope this succeeds, by the way. It is still fairly good as it is. Obviously, not From Software, but what I said about being the best non-From Software Souls-like, I think still stands. And yeah, I hope they succeed and go and make a better game, you know? Get some feedback, some proper feedback, and improve. But it's good. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna start alternating with another game or if I'm gonna keep playing this for a little while. I don't think I can finish this before Spooktober, that's for sure. But maybe it's worth trying, I don't know. Anyway. I'm gone. Take it easy, guys. Have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll leave you with the song. Goodbye.